Yeah, got a show for y'all.
Got a damn good show. Racism is back in the NFL.
Oh, man.
That ain't racist. I was joking. That was a little Dionism. That's what was going on.
I can play a clip.
Yeah, okay, let's go do the clip.
Because this is what I honestly think it's about.
Okay.
A couple teams that I won't allow him to play for. This is my profession. I know what's behind the curtain. We ain't got to get back there for me to understand what's not prominent for my son. I'm not doing it.
And if he doesn't listen to you?
Who? No, you must mean
I remember this.
If you ain't trying to change the franchise or the coach, then don't give me. So you should know history repeats itself over and over and over. And I've done it over and over and over. So it should be no question why an NFL franchise should pick me. You think I'm worried about what critics say or what people got to say? You know who my dad is? They hated on him too. So it's like, it's almost normal. Without people hating, it's not normal for us. So we like diversity. We like everything that comes with the name. That's why we are who we are.
You crazy as hell.
So for me, it was that. Like, that's why I picked those two clips. They're trying to humble you a little bit, because I've never seen this in any draft that I've ever seen. I've never seen somebody that's supposed to be the second quarterback taken off of the, taken out of the draft, off the board, to slipping all the way to 144 on the third day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's nuts.
That's for him talking?
I think it's
his dad mostly, I think.
It's the family, because they have a YouTube channel. They have multiple YouTube channels. Yeah, there's like multiple YouTube channels, and it's centered around Sheduer when they were at Colorado and what they're doing in Colorado and all that. So they're very outgoing. I'll say that on those channels. Like, there's not a whole lot of like humble on that channel.
Yeah, very arrogant.
Yeah, like, and I think a lot of NFL teams were just like, we're going to show you. Yeah,
found it too, like on draft night. Wasn't Fedor wearing like this chain around his neck?
Oh, they had, and this is the part where me and Stephen A align. Like, he created this whole thing, and I'm gonna put clips up so you can see. People can see. He had this whole event, and it, legendary everywhere. Like,
legendary.
That's what he calls himself. He says legendary.
Already? That's crazy.
Yeah. Yes.
You ain't even took one snap yet.
Yeah.
You talking about legendary?
Yeah.
Well, look who his daddy is now. I still remember him. I stepping into the end zone. I mean, man, his dad. That dude would dance.
He was such a showboat, man.
Yeah, he was a showboat. I loved him when he played for Dallas, though. We got Dion.
Oh man,
I loved that.
Y'all was like, do your dance.
That was Dallas's golden year. Yeah, I remember when he had the jerry curl. He had the jerry curl.
Man, that shit was dripping, boy. He was clean, man.
He had the gold chain and the jerry curl.
He was, you Pete, when he had the jerry curl, every time he turned his head, he would flash it. He was like, "What's up, y'all?"
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think Dion, his father, was like one of the best players.
Man, he was.
History.
Stephen A's takes the entire weekend have been my thoughts.
Okay.
Literally been my thoughts.
I didn't like one of his tweets he put out. He said he's comparing him to Colin Kaepernick. What happened to him? He's like bringing racism into it.
That's not, I didn't see that, and that's stupid if he said that. That's dumb. Like,
I mean, for him to do that when majority of the players are black, the last two quarterbacks in the Super Bowl are black, and to bring racism into this?
Yeah, that was
And then you got these 32 owners competing against each other for the very best players. And you think they did that, let's just keep the black man down.
Another thing is the Browns took him at 144, right? And that was one of the teams that was that was in the running. He didn't want to go to New York to the Giants. He didn't want, his dad long said all the teams that he didn't want his son to go to.
What teams was it?
It was the Giants. He didn't necessarily want to go to the Raiders because that was another team.
Yeah, it's a troubled franchise.
Yeah.
Not playing.
He
Well, the
didn't
Browns
wanna-
is the most
the Browns
troubled
ain't
franchise.
like-
Right.
They are cursed. You
Yeah.
want cursed, you go to the Browns.
Yeah, I thought it was the Bengals at one point. One point, the Bengals was bad.
Yeah,
but the
yeah,
Browns
yeah.
is consistent.
Yeah, the Browns. Y'all should just change y'all. Put a big pile of shit on y'all. The Browns. That's what y'all should do. But they do have a good defense.
They have a great defense.
Yeah,
They have a
great defense. Yeah.
So
Hey, was one of the teams Dallas?
It was never one of the teams. Never Dallas.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dallas should have picked him, man. Jerry Jones ain't drafting Deion Sanders.
He said, I
The
don't.
quarterback of the Cowboys? Chief, I'm telling you, he's probably going to be a very great quarterback.
Yeah,
This is going to be a very good
Yeah.
quarterback.
Well, that's what I was saying. Let me finish. So, like, that's what I was saying. Like, the Browns took him at 144, and they know what they got. Because I do think he is going to be a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? If you give him the things around him to support him. Because the problem that he had at Colorado was a line. He did not have an offensive line at all, which is why he was up. But he's still 4,000 plus yards, 30 plus touchdowns. You know what I mean? So
His receiver got picked number 2, right?
Yeah, number 2.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He fell like that. Well, think about this.
Ways, because he's a first round pick, whether you pick him at cornerback or wide receiver. He's just
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Travis Hunter. He's just
Yeah, the
amazing.
dude with the big smile.
He's amazing. Yeah.
He's going to be like
crazy.
that baseball player playing for the Dodgers. He's
Pretty
doing
much.
things.
Yeah, Ohtani. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna play this.
We're going to get started with the story that made headlines all over, all the sports networks overnight.
Hey, wait a minute. Stop real
And that was
quick. I came up with a bomb-ass logo for Stephen A. Just his forehead.
Oh my God.
That'd be his logo. Put it in the corner of his forehead. Stephen A. show.
So it's a four. Then it says down the bottom, Stephen A. show.
Yeah, that's his forehead right there.
Oh my God.
And in quotation said, it keeps going back.
All right.
NFL draft and a precipitous slide of quarterback Sheduer Sanders, son of primetime Deion Sanders, who many considered the second best quarterback in January. Sanders was just picked by the Cleveland Browns as the 144th selection of the 5th round overall. Sheduer wasn't drafted in round 1 on Thursday.
crazy.
He wasn't drafted on Friday during rounds 2 and 3, and teams passed on him again earlier this afternoon in round 4. So here's a look at all the quarterbacks that have been taken so far. Cam Ward went number 1 overall at Tennessee. Then the Giants picked Jackson Dart with the 25th overall pick, a pick they moved up to get, by the way. They moved up to get that pick.
I'm not mad at that because he didn't want his son to go to the Giants anyway, and the outlook for Jackson Dart is who's the dude in Buffalo? They're similar.
I forget what you're talking about. He won the MVP.
Allen.
Yeah,
Allen.
he won the MVP this year.
They're similar in how they play. So that's
okay.
I'm not mad at that.
2 began last night, and the first quarterback taken was Tyler Shuck, who went to the New Orleans Saints with the 40th overall pick. Then in round 3, Seattle, the Seahawks took Jalen Milroe from Alabama with the 92nd overall pick. And then 2 picks later, the Cleveland Browns selected Dylan Gabriel with the 94th overall pick in the 3rd round. And there were no more quarterbacks taken on Friday.
The scraps, man.
Those are the 5 quarterbacks that went ahead of Sheduer Sanders. And before I give you my feelings on this, I want to show you the 5 quarterbacks the Browns now have on their roster. The quarterback room now includes Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, the aforementioned Dylan Gabriel, Deshaun Watson, who is injured with his Achilles tear, and of course now Sheduer Sanders. Ladies and gentlemen, you know it's bad when the President of the United States, Donald Trump, is pushing out tweets about how corrupt it is.
He put a tweet on him?
President
y'all see
Donald
his
Trump
tweet?
is pulling
No,
out
I
tweets about how corrupt it is and how these owners look absolutely stupid or ill-advised.
He said this.
And I don't know about y'all, but I want y'all to listen before I get into it to my man Mel Kiper Jr.
This is what I think
of ESPN, who was going off about Sheduer Sanders being snubbed because he had Sanders as arguably the best quarterback in this draft. Listen to what this man had to say.
The NFL has been clueless for 50 years when it comes to evaluating quarterback.
That's
Clueless.
true.
All that, no idea what they're doing in terms of evaluating quarterback. That's proof. There's proof of that.
How many
So they
times-
think we know exactly what we're talking.
That dude's been dead wrong a bunch himself.
Yeah, he has. Yes, he has. Like, and the thing about it is, it's hard to. The game is so fast.
Right.
From high school to college, and then from college to the NFL is like you're taking 10 steps forward. Like, so it's just like you can't. But with certain ones, you can say, okay, like he has the intangibles. Like Cam Ward going first. That's a Cam Newton pick. That's a definite. Like unless something crazy happens, he's gonna have an immediate impact on a football team. But all the other ones, you're just kind of guessing. You're kind of seeing.
Yeah, like
what
Brady, he was undrafted, right?
No, he did. He
Fourth
go
round?
undrafted?
I think it was fourth round or undrafted.
I mean, he
I
looked
know
crazy.
Tony Romo that used to play for Dallas. He was undrafted.
Yeah. So it's
Tony Romo.
It's hard to pick a quarterback.
It's hard. It's really hard. It's really hard. It's not much.
About with quarterback, they don't.
You heard what he had to say. Let me tell you something right now.
I cut it.
Male cut.
This is some bullshit.
Oh shit! I don't hear him say that.
Yeah.
I just cut it. Like, because all of his thoughts after that, just that's all he needed to say.
Yeah. Wow.
Because he said everything that we've already said. It's not necessarily about Sheduer's play. It's about your dad.
Yeah.
Because his dad was very present in the draft process.
Yeah.
Of him interviewing with teams, and it's been reported that he gave bad interviews because he didn't want to go to this team, so he would go in there and be all arrogant and and that turned a lot of owners off.
See, this is the thing about with Stephen. He says BS, but Deion was in the league for a long time, and he know how the league works. So why was he need better coach off the field for his son?
That's what that's my saying.
I mean, he's a Hall of Famer, and you know how the league works. Why do you help your son? Why are you so arrogant that you don't teach him that? No, we're just going to do it the Sanders way.
Yeah, no.
Why?
No.
Yeah, because I'm sure Peyton Manning, his son, his brother Eli, I'm sure his dad, because his dad was a former quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm sure his dad helped him, but he wasn't like getting in the way.
You didn't hear those stories. It's that arrogance sometimes can come back to bite you. You know, so you just pissed a lot of people off, and they've already wanted to see you lose. You know what I'm saying? In Colorado, they want to see you lose. They have control of this. Yeah, you know. So now they're like, okay, guess what? Yeah.
That was a concern to everybody, all the owners. I can't stand this kid. This kid is arrogant, and he just makes. Yeah, but you're a billionaire. You're on this team. You're on this team. You want a quarterback is the face of your franchise.
Yeah.
So you don't want that the face of your franchise, no matter how good he is.
Yeah.
For most of them.
Right.
Yeah. That's the way they see it.
Right.
Yeah. So it still remains to be seen if he's going to be as good as everybody thinks he's going to be. Because
that's true.
You never know. He's a sure. Man, I didn't see on how many quarterbacks. Number 1 overall. Dude sucks cock. Just horrible.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens, but it's hard to pick a quarterback. I'm thinking he's definitely going to be a good. I've seen him play. No way. He needs to get his attitude in check. Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of pressure.
If y'all didn't know who Jackson Dart is, I'll bring him. That's who he.
Well, of course he's white.
He looked like Flash Gordon.
That's what I want. That's what I want for my quarterback. I don't want that damn shit with that $20,000 neck. Looking like a damn African king.
Dart looked like he saved every one of us.
I mean. Yeah, he just needs to clean up that arrogant behavior. They have nobody to blame but themselves. They did it to themselves. I definitely. He cost his son how many millions of dollars being drafted at Los?
Oh my God!
They did
it's not even guaranteed that he will make the. When you're in the 5th round, it's not even guaranteed that you're gonna make the team.
That's another great.
They just say, "Hey, come to camp."
Yeah.
That's all that means.
That's crazy.
That
so
means
he doesn't
come
have
to camp.
A contract.
He got it. Wow, man.
No, unless you're in the first 2 rounds. That ain't no guaranteed money.
Yeah.
It's not guaranteed money. The first 2 rounds are guaranteed money. Everything else is.
So Sheduer don't even have a contract.
Damn.
Nope. And won't have one until the end of camp. If he has to make the team.
He has to earn a spot on a team that's got 4 other quarterbacks.
4 other quarterbacks. So he got to wait for a fallout for him to get some time.
Well, in preseason,
they all go get a chance. Yeah,
they're going to watch him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sheduer Sanders, he looked like damn Ryan Leaf out here.
Ryan Leaf.
He looked like Ryan Leaf out here.
That is the bust. That was the biggest
bust
I've ever seen.
So you know what? That's what's up. Because just like the pregame, they all get a chance.
Him too.
They all get a chance.
Leaf at Washington, it was like Washington State. I was like, what the?
Yeah.
That dude is crazy. When he got to the league and he laid an egg like he laid that egg, I said, oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy to me.
Yeah.
He got paid.
Yeah. That was crazy.
But man, if he balls out, man, it's like he's gonna make these honors look stupid.
Well, he better ball out in August because he may not be there in September if he don't.
Yo, damn!
It's gonna be so much drama at the Cleveland Browns.
Oh my God!
That's what the owners wanted to avoid. They didn't want that.
Yeah.
Everybody's focused on somebody that's been drafted in the 5th round.
That's a lot of pressure, man.
Man, come on, man. He's going to be the starting quarterback for Cleveland Browns.
I would hope so.
Because some other quarterbacks, they're either too old or they has-beens. Watson, what's his name, Watson?
Deshaun Watson.
He fell off a cliff. He fell off a cliff last year. Yeah, he left his horrible. He left his skills in the massage parlor. One of them girls jerked him with 2
Oh my God, yo!
One of them girls jerked his soul out
and kept it in the bottle. he probably still trying to go back to, hey man, which one of y'all got my soul? We have it for you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching that, dog. That's gonna be must-see TV.
Must-see TV.
Him and that number 2 pick. If he doesn't play well, everybody's gonna be interviewing his dad.
Oh man,
that's gonna be must-see television.
Yo, y'all gotta do the recap of the video. And like,
we're gonna do this all season. I said, man, this dude balling out. This dude scored 6 touchdowns. And he's getting paid $25,000.
Send me be an on-field correspondent with the Hodgetwins logo on my goddamn thing. I'm interviewing people on the sideline and shit.
I got the boom mic. Man, I can't hold this any longer.
That's crazy. Man, that dude like $15 an hour. Yeah.
$15 an hour.
In and out money. It started at $16 an hour. Hey, if you make it, man, we give you benefits.
Damn, you Chick-fil-A workers is balling.
Yeah, man, they pay that dude Chick-fil-A money.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah. If only he had a white daddy. Yeah, he needed a white daddy. You had the blackest daddy of all time. Oh, shit. You know, back when he was playing baseball, I remember this because I was a Atlanta Braves fan. Mm-hmm. It was this announcer. Tim Carver. Tim Carver. Tim Carver. He was always criticizing Deion for him being arrogant and wanting to play 2 sports and it's me. And then when the Braves won the World Series, he came in and threw water in his face. He threw water on him, didn't he?
Oh wow.
He threw. Wait, with Deion threw
water in McCarver's face. This is live after they won the World Series. And then see if you can find it.
Oh my God.
He had one of them big gulp cups, right?
Yeah, and I was a lot of Braves fans. I said, man, you a sorry ass nigga. What you do that for?
He was talking shit the whole. That's like LeBron did to Stephen A. But
yeah, and if I remember correctly, I remember seeing Deion with the cup. He was just looking at him. He started walking over there. Yeah, I think his announcer's name was Tim Carver. Yep. I think that's it. That's it. Deion Sanders.
Yo, Deion.
That's Sheduer's daddy.
This one?
There's the Jerry curl.
Oh, my God. Oh, the Jerry curl, man.
Here we go.
He was activated.
This stuff is magic. Once you apply it, it's there to stay. Seriously, it's that permanent.
Tonight, Deion Sanders apparently upset with Tim McCarver's criticisms of his 2-sport day last Sunday. Felt like he would gain a measure of revenge, not with champagne, but by dousing McCarver with 4 tubs of ice water.
4 tubs?
Furious. So was CBS Sports. Gentile, their producer, complained to National League President Bill White last night. McCarver wants a meeting with White as soon as he can get one. After this confrontation, Tim McCarver confronted Sanders.
Travis right here. Right now, here you go. I got some real man. You know that?
That was crazy.
Real man, Dion. I'll say that.
Oh, they didn't like each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why would you do that?
Yeah.
Yo, you see the dude was like, nah, chill. Yeah.
Chill.
Wow.
Did he used to give him a hard time or something?
He was criticizing him being,
okay.
Arrogant, selfish person playing two sports.
I got it.
Because nobody did at that time.
That was uncommon back then. Yeah,
it's uncommon today. It's just like pick a sport.
Right.
I mean, both teams are relying on you and your part time in each sport. It was just a selfish thing. That's what he was doing. That's what he was saying. Which it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like all about him. Look at what I can do. Nobody else is doing that. And that's why his son got drafted in the 5th round. It's like it's so much arrogance.
Yeah.
Just man, damn.
Yeah.
Tone it down a little bit. Yeah,
I've never seen nobody do that.
Hey, they got that African gene in them. They got that Mandico in them.
Nah, well, not with water. Meta World Peace ran in the stand, was like,
At least that was like self-defense.
Right.
Wait, what did he do?
At least he was provoked.
Right.
Oh.
He just provoked him with words.
Right.
That was nuts.
You can't internalize and take things so personally. Like
that's gonna come. Yo, your criticism is gonna come with your art, bro. That's especially for that.
Yeah. And those owners remember that. They know about that.
They do.
Oh, that's Dion's boy. Remember what he did to McCarver? Imagine what he's going to do to one of us.
Right.
Going to embarrass us. It was a damn good show. All I know. Damn good show.
Yep. Hey guys, I got a Dry Bar special out on the Dry Bar app. Please check it out. Also, I'm on season 2 of Behind the Comedian, season 2, episode 6. Show some love, man. Go watch that. Streaming on all the streaming platforms. Thank you.
Yeah.